Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. It is SPEDtacular SPEDucator. I'm Miss Dehart, and this video is a more fun video. Hallelujah! So my last two videos were kind of more serious and things like that, and so this video is more fun. So this is going to be a haul. So it's going to be a Target, Amazon, and Dollar Tree and Miscellaneous haul for things that I didn't get from those places. And so I do want to note something before we jump into this video. So I do want to note that because I am a SPED para, most of the items that I got are more geared for paras, or maybe someone similar to a para, like an aide or something like that. Because I didn't want to spend a whole bunch of money, even though I am going to be a teacher soon. I didn't want to spend all my money with getting stuff that I won't really use for like maybe a couple semesters. And so I just made sure that I got everything that I think that would be able to be used in a SPED para environment. And so without any further ado, let's get into this video. Okay, so the first one that I want to go over, which is the one that I think I have the most items from, is Target. I know we all love Target and we all love the dollar spot, but the dollar spot can get kind of pricey because there's some things in the dollar spot that I have here that are like $5 or like $3, and man, that racks up. And so I'm thankful that my fiance has gotten me all these items, and my mom and my dad have gotten me all these items, so shout out to them. So for the first thing that I got from Target, one of my things that I think is so cool is this, how do you call this, building block game. So I think it's more educational than a game. So this is what it is. It's dry erase. So these are little building blocks, and they have these little things at the top so they can connect to one another. And so they're dry erase. They have ones, they have, I think these would be 10s, but on the back it doesn't even use it for math. It shows an example of how they could be used, and they use it for building words, and I thought that is so interesting. So this is one thing for SPED that I thought would be so cool if a student is struggling with building words, or you know, maybe just numbers or adding or anything like that. And it comes with this little marker, and it has a little eraser at the top. And so one thing that I do want to say about these is that they're easily sanitizable. So that's one thing that unfortunately we are all looking for, is things that can be easily sanitized. So this is wonderful. So I'm gonna put this back. So another thing from Target that I got that I love, I also think that we like, how do you say this? We scanned at the checkout. When we scanned at the checkout, we scanned these wrong. So these are dry erase sheets, and they were all in one package, and there's 8 of them. And then when we got home, we opened the package, and we think they were supposed to be sold separately. So, oops. But let me back up to show you these. So these are dry erase. This is, I'm sorry for the glare. This is a map of the United States, and it has little stars for where the capitals are, and it's dry erase, and it's big, easy to see, easily sanitizable, and on the back it has the names of the states and the capitals of each state, and it's color coded, which is amazing. And so that pack came with, I want to say, 2 of these. So this is awesome. I love it. I think it is so helpful. This would obviously be for, if you're in SPED, this would be for students in higher grades or more functional advanced students and things like that. So I think it's awesome, and it's dry erase, hands-on, love it. These are so cute. I'm not sure what I'll use them for yet. Maybe leave a comment down below what you think a good idea would be to use for these. But these are just big dry erase notebook paper sheets. And it's the same thing on the back. It came with 3. And I don't know what I'm going to use these for yet, but I thought it was really nice to have, and something that would be much more engaging than just some plain notebook paper. And since I am a para, I'm not going to need a whole class set, so the 3 is perfect. And then another thing that came in 3 were these kind of like the notebook paper that has the little markings in the middle for lowercase letters. So this for younger students is awesome because it has them stay in the lines, and it's also really, really great if you're doing any like sentences and stuff like that. So maybe you know, something for younger kids. I love it. I think it's so cute. Once again, dry erase. And then on the back it has a what do you call this, grid paper. Oh my goodness, isn't that so amazing? Because on the back you do math, on the front you can do whatever else. So I thought this was so cool, and this is something that I thought that I could use with the blocks. So, you know, they could, since it's dry erase, they could like color in the 10 and if we're doing math and stuff like that. So I thought that was so cute. So those came in one big pack, but I don't think they were supposed to. So those were $1 each, unless you find it in the big pack like I did. So another thing from Target, those are all in the dollar spot also, by the way, is I had to get this. I know it's not necessary, but I had to. It was so cute. It's this little pointer stick. So it's a little apple, and they had other ones as well. They actually had some really cool ones that were more for students rather than teachers, and I honestly, part of me wants to go back and just like snatch it up. It was a little, how do I make a rectangle, and the tip of the pointer was the rectangle, and so they could like put it over the words that they're reading and, you know, single out those words. And I thought that's amazing for SPED students because, you know, they could just work on that one word instead of the whole page of words. So I thought that was so cool. I don't know why I didn't get it now that I'm thinking about it. But I got this for my personal usage. It is a little red apple, and it's so cute. I featured it on my Instagram, by the way. Another couple of things that I got from Target were these, that was all $1. These dry erase pockets. So I really was looking for these, like before I even went to Target. I had these in my Amazon wish list, but they were really expensive on Amazon. They were only $1, I believe, at Target, and they had a bunch of colors. Of course I got pink. As you can see, everything is pink. And so these are going to be so useful for me, you know, because since I'm a para, I'm not going to have copies handy dandy on me, so I could just slip it in there, whatever that I don't have an extra copy of, and then give it to multiple students because it's sanitizable, and I got 4. And so that I think is amazing. And also, since I'm a para, I do want this to be known, is that I am going to be carrying or rolling a cart with me to each of my classes. And so this is something that I could easily stick in my cart. And, you know, it's just really easy. This is also from Target. It was $3. This is for personal usage. So because I am a student, I always have a planner each year or semester or whatever, and so I needed a new one, so I just picked this up for $3, and it's a weekly planner, which is so helpful for me because I'm the type of person who puts it weekly rather than like semesterly or whatever. And so, you know, since it's also COVID, things change like no other, and so this is really helpful because it's weekly, and I know y'all can't see that, but I thought it was so cute, so small, really easy to keep on me, and I love it. So another thing that I got from Target, I got everything from Target. This is the longest one. I'm sorry, y'all. These, I love these. So for my SPED students who are reading and maybe reading, you know, books that are challenging for them, these are little bookmarks. I don't have the wrapper, but I believe they were $1. These are little bookmarks. I don't know how many it came with, but it came with a good plenty amount. And the front says stuck on a word, and then it has little questions that will trigger the students to realize that, you know what, I am stuck on this word. So it says, does it make sense? Does it sound right? Does it look right? Sound it out. And so they like go through all these to see if they can discover the meaning of the word. And then the last thing that it says is ask for help. And so then you turn it around and it says words that I would like help with. And then you list all the words, the students would, of course. And so then, you know, that can be a really great way for them to stay focused in their book and then ask for help maybe at a later time. So that way they're not breaking that focus of them reading. And so I thought that was so amazing. Honestly, maybe one of my favorites. These are also from the dollar spot. These were also $1. These little timers, I thought these were great for my SPED kiddos because this is something that could keep them accountable for themselves. So I got a 1 minute and a 5 minute because those are the most common times, really, or for me at least as a para. And so, you know, I could just put these on the student's desk, flip it over, and they'll be able to know how much time they have. So these were $1. Got 2 of them. So helpful. They fit right in my little cart that I'm going to be rolling around. This next thing that I want to show, I have stuff in it already, but it's this little 3-compartment container. I don't want to spill anything. And so I have this in my cart. It was $3, and you know, it just holds everything that I need. I have all my stuff in here. It's so useful, and it fits perfectly in my cart. And then the other part of it that of course it's pink also. And then I also got this one. I know it's supposed to be for books, but I have it on the top of my cart because it also fits anything really well in there. So anything that I want to put in there, it fits so good. I have my pointer in there. I have my dry erase pockets in there. I have like my whole life in there basically. It's so great. And that one was also $3 at the front of the Target spot, and those are running out really quickly, let me say. And then also at the dollar Target spot, or the Target dollar spot, are these little containers. I already have stuff in these containers that I'm probably going to show you a little later. So these little containers, they're tiny, but they fit things so perfectly. So I've seen people use them for individual supplies since students can't share supplies anymore. I'm using it as a calming kit, and this calming kit, you can find it at, I don't know her TPT name, but her Instagram name is Purpose Driven Teaching, and so I'll link her in the bio. But these are hers, and they fit perfectly in this little box. So these were $1, and of course I got 4, even though I don't need 4. I'm only using 2 for my cart, but I got 4. And also another thing that I got from Target that I already used, so I don't know why I'm showing it, but these were $1. They were the little Velcro adhesive things that you can like tack things up with. As you can see, I've used almost all of them. And so those are, honestly, I was so surprised to find them for $1 because I found them on Amazon for like $3, and I was just like, Target, that was a steal. So I believe that is all of the things that I got from Target. So now I'm going to go ahead and go into Dollar Tree because that is the second most, or second store that I got the most things from. So from Dollar Tree, I want to show these first. So these are borders. Dollar Tree had so many cute borders. Of course it was $1 as well. And of course I chose the pink border. And as you can see, sorry, it's like backwards. I have the pink border right here. And so I got 3 of them, but I didn't even read the package. There's 12 inside of that little package for $1. So I really used only a package and a half for my whiteboard and for some other stuff. And so I still have a whole package and a half left. And they had all different kinds. They had some really cute ones. And then they had plain solid colors like the pink that I just showed you. Another thing from Dollar Tree that I thought was amazing because, you know, as a para, if we're doing what the lead SPED teacher is asking us to do and is wanting us to do to reach those goals on the IEP. But sometimes, you know, maybe we'll finish early, or maybe there's just some extra time or something, you know. So I got these little workbooks. I wouldn't give a student the whole workbook. I'm gonna, like, you know, have this for reference. I'm not gonna give a student the whole workbook because that is not sanitizable. So Dollar Tree had these, and if you're in Texas, some of them align to the core standards for Texas. Not all of them, but some of them. And so I thought that was great. So they have a spelling one, and it has really fun activities for all of the students. And so these are obviously geared for younger students, but it was so colorful, so fun, I just had to do it. And so they had this language arts one for grades 1 and 2, a first grade reading one. And so this is where they would read a little passage, and they have some little comprehension questions. A multiplication one. So if you are not a fan of math like me, the multiplication one is going to be great if you just need some ideas of how to have really fun working problems for your students. And so I thought that was great. They also have an addition one for your students who are working with addition, division, subtraction, and phonics. So these are for younger students, so I am elementary SPED para, so those are for younger students. They did not have any for older students, so if you're maybe working with middle school or high school who are maybe higher function and can do more than these, they didn't have anything for those kind of students. So be mindful of that when you go and look for those. And then also another thing that I want to mention is that those are, since I'm a resource para, I'm going to be in the general ed classroom with these students. And so these books are geared for students who, you know, maybe are in an inclusion class. You know, maybe those books might not be best for like life skills or things like that, but they did have some amazing things there too. So another thing that I got from Dollar Tree was my cool tools. So this label is also from Purpose Driven Teaching on Instagram. It came with the calming kit, and so these boxes, they're just little pencil boxes from Dollar Tree, and everything that I put inside of the boxes are also from Dollar Tree. So Play-Doh, I got a pack of 4 of these little Play-Dohs for $1. They're not on brand, they're off brand. And then also in their toy aisle at Dollar Tree, they have little cutouts for Play-Doh, little Play-Doh cutout kits. And it came with a really good amount of them, and so I was very pleased with that. And so I would be using this for maybe when I can't close it. For maybe when a student is done with something, or maybe it's a reward for something. I'm not sure exactly how to use it. Maybe leave a comment below for advice for that. I'm always up to advice. And so I'm not sure how to use them yet, but I'm putting this in my cart because I think it's going to be a great addition. And obviously Play-Doh is not sanitizable, so everything else in the kit is sanitizable, like the little Play-Doh tools, but the Play-Doh itself is not sanitizable, so you might be running back for some more Play-Doh for each student. But it was 4 for $1, so that's a pretty good deal. And that, actually, I also got markers for my whiteboard from Dollar Tree, as you can see there. Oops, sorry, right there. And those were that was everything that I got from Dollar Tree. And yeah. Okay, so for the fun part, Amazon is kind of where I got a lot of my specific items, because obviously when you go to Target and Dollar Tree, you kind of just gotta grab what you need and kind of grab what's there, right? But it's always good stuff. but for Amazon, I was more so looking for these things. So one thing that I love that I got from Amazon are my little sensory toys. So I got a really big bag, sorry I put stickers on it, I got a really big bag of sensory toys, and those are placed into my calming kit. And so these toys, I don't want to call them toys, but yeah, that's what they are. And so they had a variety pack. Oh my gosh, it's so amazing. So they have little squishy ones. They're silicone, like they're not like Play-Doh, they're like silicone, and they're squishy, you know. And then they have, you know, things that have a ball inside of it that they can move around. And so these are placed into my calming kits just to like, you know, put the little bow on top, so that way whenever they're going through their breathing, their mindful breathing or mindful meditation, you know, they can have something in their hand to help them calm down. And so it was a huge bag. It is obviously not full anymore because a lot of the toys are already in my calming kit, but it was a good amount of things, and honestly, the things are so useful. They're not things that the students wouldn't enjoy. The students would enjoy all of them. So I really, really recommend those, and I'll link those in the bio as well. One more thing that I got from Amazon is this I Know What to Do When I'm Feeling, and then it's a book about how they can control their feelings. And so this is for students who maybe need some guidance on how to control their feelings or what to do when they're feeling a certain way. So the reason I love this book is because it has so many different types of feelings that the students might experience. So these are all feelings and these are all feelings. And so they range from hungry to impatient to worried to confused to angry to happy. So they have a lot of different types of feelings. And on each page, I'll show you an example. So if the student was angry, they would come to this page. And then on the back of it, it has when I feel angry, I can count to 10. I can talk to a friend or an adult. I can walk away. I can take a deep breath. So it has little things that they can do when they're feeling that way. And I think this is great for students who are learning to address these emotions correctly. So maybe for life skills, this is something that you might want to pick up, because I just think it's awesome. And so it's great for any type of SPED class, honestly. So I really love that. One thing that I did get from Amazon as well was these really helpful SPED stamps. So for a para, I think this is something that you must, like it's a must-have. I mean, I'm not telling you to go out and buy it, but I'm so happy that I did. So I got this little cheap black, what do you call this? The stamp pad that has the ink on it. And then I got these two stamps. So this first stamp is a SPED modification stamp. So it has extended time, reduced assignment, preferential seating, teacher prepared notes, read aloud, and small group. And then it has a line for you to write in what modifications you did yourself. So as a para, we are always working towards the IEP goals, and we have to reiterate what we did with the students and what modifications the student needed back to the SPED teacher, the lead SPED teacher, so that way they can address that in their next meeting and in their paperwork and things like that. So this, I don't know if it'll focus. It's not going to focus, but you stamp it and then you either check it off or you write what modification you did. And that, for me, is something that's so amazing, because the whole goal of being a para is to help that lead teacher and help that student reach their goals. And that's something that will do that for you. The next stamp says, completed with myself with one-on-one support in a group or as a class. So this also goes towards those IEP goals. And so this is something that will be amazing in helping the SPED lead teacher. And so you just stamp it on their paper and check off how they completed it. And then hopefully, if you're measuring this progress, you can go from completing it with one-on-one support to completing it myself. And so that's something that's great for also progress monitoring and data collection as well. And also one thing that I got on Amazon that I'm gonna have to pick up my camera to show you, but I got this cart. I love this cart. So this cart is from Amazon. I pimped it out. I put some stickers on it. I already have a bunch of stuff in it. And so it's from Amazon and it was $28.99, not including tax. I'm about to show you it right now. So this is the cart. I'm sorry it's blurry and it's messy, but it fits all of my stuff so perfectly. And I think it's a great addition to any classroom, or if you're a parent who runs around a lot, I think it's great for you. Okay, so now for miscellaneous items. So these are items that I got from either resale or, I'm just gonna say OfferUp because that's really where I get most of my items. So for OfferUp, something that I know that is important right now because we're in the middle of this pandemic and we are having to teach from home, even paras are, you know? And so one thing that I know that a lot of people are looking for are whiteboards. So I have a 6-foot by 8-foot whiteboard. Covers my whole wall just about, and I adore it. Honestly, I think it's my best purchase so far, and I just want to say that I got this whiteboard for $20. $20. Like, it's so cheap. It's magnetic. It comes with the little, as you can see, the little railing that holds your markers. It's so amazing, and it's dirty right now, but it cleans up really nice. It didn't have anything wrong with it. You just have to go on OfferUp, and you know, negotiate with people. Another thing that I got on OfferUp that actually my camera is sitting on right now is a filing cabinet. So I know a lot of the furniture in classrooms is not provided for you, and then also for people who are looking to make an in-home classroom, you know, we need extra storage because we can't put all of our supplies in one little room. And so I did need some extra storage, so I got a plain black filing cabinet, and my dad actually sanded it and made it pink and blue. And so it's really cute. It's huge, only $10, and the lock works and everything. And yeah, it was $10 on OfferUp. So that's one of my biggest recommendations, is to go on OfferUp and just search for everything you need for your in-home classroom. And so those are my miscellaneous items for y'all. Okay, so now that I have hopefully enticed you, not hopefully, but I probably did entice you to go grab some of this stuff. I just want to show y'all some of the things that I think are going to be really helpful for me, and some things that I picked up because I just want to make sure that I can be the best para I can for my students and for my school and for my lead SPED teacher. And so I hope that maybe this video helps you figure out some things that you might need or some things that you might want. And please don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. I'll see y'all later.